is Nathaniel. This is my son Clancy, and we live on Big Rock Ranch. It's a small ranch that my wife Raina and I operate here in Central Oregon. And I also have a shop up here that I build fine furniture and cabinets in, and been doing that for a few years. And it's always been a dream of mine, and now it's kind of shaping into reality. I've been doing woodworking for a really long time. It kind of started as kind of more just a carpentry. I was doing working on houses and doing kind of remodel work. And then when we got this ranch a few years ago, there was an opportunity to build a shop, and that's always interested me. And my first kind of idea was that, oh, I could build tiny houses, because that was within my realm of skill. And then when the shop went up, which was very fortunate to have that happen, and it was a lot of help from my parents and family and friends, and it kind of morphed into me looking at the finer side of woodworking and seeing the shop as a place that I could build out to do cabinets and furniture. And so my skills developed basically at the start of when the shop kind of went up, and I saw the opportunity there to go a little bit of a different direction with fine woodworking. As I mentioned, my wife and I live on Big Rock Ranch, which is, we named it that for obvious reasons. There's a big rock outcropping right above our house and above my shop. And so the name Big Rock Woodcraft, which is the name of my woodworking business, stemmed from all of that. And Clancy wants to play with the mallet. And on the mallet is my brand, which I like to brand my furniture with. And it's also the brand of our ranch. So it's kind of cool. Going into the business, I was really focused on doing furniture, like building tables and desks and some chairs. And I do a little bit of that, as well as it's kind of morphed into doing more cabinetry. So I do built-in cabinets and yeah, things like that. So I this year have been doing a lot of cabinets and a little furniture speckled in there, and it's really enjoyable. It's hard work. I'm a one-man shop, so I do everything from the designing to building to finishing and then installing. So it's yeah, a lot from start to finish, but hey, it's very rewarding. Woodworking is one thing, but also starting a business is another. And so for me, I think a lot of the struggles stem from just trying to figure out everything kind of alone, essentially. I have my wife who's very supportive, but there's also when I'm in the shop, having to problem solve, taking on bigger projects that maybe were a little more than I could chew. But the upside to that is just pushing through it and getting to the end of that project, and then you have the confidence, which is awesome that you could do something like this, and then just everything you learn along the way. This is some of the smaller stuff that I'm a little more artsy stuff that I do. I got a lathe recently, so I've been experimenting a little bit with bowl turning and stuff. This time of year, I do a lot of like small stuff for Christmas presents, like cutting boards and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a fun change up from the normal grind. The motivation I get through the hard times is just knowing that there's an end to a project. So I think in this field I'm in, particularly woodworking, there's a finish line for every project, and when I get to the end of that, no matter how hard it is, I always have a sense of accomplishment, and I get to look and see what my hands have made, and it's really rewarding, and that kind of pushes me into the next one, and yeah, helps me keep going. I think the main thing with woodworking specifically is to get out, if you have a shop space, and just start working on something. It doesn't really matter what it is, even if you're beginner, intermediate, or an advanced woodworker. If you get out and do something that maybe you didn't think you could do in the past, and just start going. And you'll reach the end of that project and have learned so much. And I think, yeah, so the experiential learning of it all is really what did it for me, is just getting out in the shop and just building something. And that was having the space to do it is obviously it's a big part of it, but whether it's small or large, you can make something out of wood and learn something on the other end. And the other advice I have is that there's a huge resource online available. There's so many great woodworkers that are putting out incredible content online that is super useful and really incredible that they're taking the time to put that out there. And so I've learned so much from this community of online woodworkers that are putting out, either whether it's videos or articles or whatever. There's so much to learn online. And I think that's one of the best tools that you can easily access for learning simple to advanced things. I think what makes this shop and job my happy place is the fact that I get to work with my hands, and also how I can turn something like rough material into a finished piece of work and do it all within these walls is really cool. And that's definitely what makes me smile when I'm in here. I love opening the door and smelling, whatever wood I've been working on when I walk in the door that day, and that's definitely puts a smile on my face. I found my happy place. Do you have the courage to find yours?